Hey everyone, you're here with Mark Bowell. So today I decided to shoot a little bit of black and white. It is super sunny behind me and so much light was coming in that I just decided to do a black and white on this initial one. So today I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to be planning this year. Normally what I do is I end up just handing it over to the kids and to the ex-wife, and I just say, hey, go ahead and handle it. Here's some seeds, let's get in the ground. I buy the soil, I kind of just do the hard lifting maintenance, and I allow them to just have the fun and allow them to plant. Well, this year I'm taking over a little bit more of the responsibility because normally they kind of just plant, and they just put plants down, and at the end of the year, they're grateful for any harvest they get. This year though, we have to get production in. We don't know what's going to be happening in the next few months. Right now, it's April 8th, and kind of what we've been describing about the grocery stores, they're not really refilling. I went to the grocery store yesterday and they're actually requiring me to put on a mask before I even go into the store. They actually forced me to put my jacket all the way up or they wouldn't allow me to go in to buy groceries. So today they would not let me into the grocery store without having some type of face mask. So they told me I had to have this over my mouth or I couldn't buy groceries today. That's Boulder, Colorado. That's crazy. Oh my God. So obviously there's still a face mask issue, and if that type of panic still continues to keep going, it's only going to get worse. Also check out the stores. They're still not filling back up, which is what we described, because of the supply and demand, that constant fear and panic. Someone goes in looking for something the day before, they couldn't find it. They come in first thing in the morning and they just buy it out. They just do a purchase of scarcity versus purchase of wisdom. But who knows? No one knows what's going to actually happen, but it propels the problem. So this year, what I'm doing is I'm actually going to be taking over the garden. I'm going to still give the ex-wife and the kids space to garden, but I'm really going to lay in for production. I'm going to be splitting up my soil. I'm going to be filling up my pots. Also, another thing too is I'm living with my ex-wife, and about a month ago I was supposed to move out, but this entire coronavirus thing hit. Although at any time when things go back to normal, my original plans go back. I'm going to move back out. So I might move in a week, I might move in a month, I might move in 2 months, I might move in a year, who knows. But one thing I definitely don't want to do is I don't want to move to a new place without having some food growing myself. It's just kind of something that's important to me. So that's why another thing too, anyone that's in a situation like mine or is in an unstable environment, or again like us, last month we were unable to pay rent. This month we're probably not going to be able to pay rent, and the following month we're not going to be able to pay rent, and most likely we're going to go into an eviction process in the next 5 months or so, which is about the same time for harvest. Which is again another thing where I'm going to be showing you this year is how to set different groups while growing, so all of your harvest isn't harvesting all at once. If you do have to move, you're still going to have some food that you can pack up and take with you. You can even take some of the plants with you because you grew in pots. And I'm going to show you a number of different things of how to take full advantage of your growing space this year, where normally we might be growing for perfection or we might be growing for just for fun. This year, we're actually going to be growing for production. We're not going to be growing for the best. We're going to grow for food. And this year, I'm going to show you how to get numbers in and max out your grow space. And anyone that's the best grower or the person that really knows what they're doing, you got to take over the responsibility in farming this year because you never know what's going to happen. And anyone that doesn't have the experience in production kind of needs to just take a step back and allow the gardener to just grow into production. And anyone that just fills in with support, watering, staking, planting, transplanting, those types of things is still where there's going to be a lot of help needed. But what I'm talking about is the master planning, the actual preparation. What are we going to plant? When are we going to plant? When are we going to harvest? And I'm going to be showing you also how I put it into an Excel spreadsheet, and I actually document when the seeds go in, when the seeds are going to be coming out, and also how to prepare the family so they're also ready to harvest when the food's ripe. So let me just show you the plans for this year. Okay, so normally we are going to be using this entire space right here just for the patio, right? But no, this year I'm actually going to put plastic all down here because I don't want any critters, and the plastic's just going to control the grass from growing in between because it does get pretty crazy. And then what I'm gonna do too is I'm gonna just put the plastic about a foot down. And the reason why is there's gonna be so many grasshoppers and little critters that grow here in Colorado every year, and they just destroy the crop. I'm gonna clear this out as well, because that's going to create some shadowing. And what I'm also gonna be doing is, because we're probably gonna be going through an eviction process, I have to return the house back to what it was when we rented it. So I actually put this huge greenhouse in. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna fill up a large amount of my pots with all this soil, and there's still gonna be more than enough soil to grow here as well. We're still gonna put a shaded greenhouse here, and we're gonna put like a hoop house. I'm gonna show you using a shade cloth, just because again, there's so many pests and critters going on. I wanna max out my grow, but I also definitely want to be prepared for a worst case scenario, and the worst case scenario is I have to move because we're unable to pay for rent, basically. So I'm gonna take a lot of this soil, put it into pots. I'm gonna take this pots, I'm gonna put it over on the patio, and I'm gonna grow most of my food on the patio this year. And then I'm still gonna grow food here, but because there's just so much soil here, I don't need to waste it with deep grow beds. So this is still gonna be probably like 6-7 inches. And then last year we grew in here, and the year before, but it's just a little bit too much. I don't really want to prepare this soil this year, because again, we might have to leave, so that if I do have to move out, I can take my soil, I can take my pots, I can take my food, I can restore the house back to the way that we agreed, because obviously I want to get as much of my deposit back as possible, and not create more of a detriment on the space that I'm maintaining right now. Okay, as you guys can see, look at the trees. If you haven't checked out that video, I just pruned all these trees. It's gonna produce a lot of apples and pears. And remember what we were talking about? You wanna be able to reach up and grab stuff. We cleared all that brush off. You can see here, look, all these are gonna be fruit right here. All these buds are gonna be fruit. And now they just have tons of energy to grow. With the pole, I can actually pick a lot of this. And with the pole too, I can pick a lot of this as well. That's what it took off. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. This year, I'm looking forward to filling the pots and getting my area prepared to grow this year. All right, see you later, guys. Have a great grow.